guys, it's Sarah from She's Crafty and She Knows It, and today we're going to make these super cute paint sample bookmarks. So I have some paint samples right here. I just went to Home Depot and grabbed some. I like the ones that have 7 colors like this. There are some shorter ones, but these tend to work better for the bookmarks. So for the bookmark, I'm going to cut off all of the wording. So let's see if we can get 2 bookmarks out of this. So what I'm using my little paper cutter tool right here. I'm going to put this wording right here in the center on the very edge of where the blade goes so that I know I'm getting as much space as possible. Guys, I'm sorry for all the noise. The house next door to us is still being built, so there's a lot of construction noise, so I apologize. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. So I just cut as close as I could to the wording in the middle, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side and just see if we can get maybe 2 bookmarks out of this same little sample. Now, in case you don't know, these paint samples are free, so you can go in and take paint samples. So this is a super cheap little craft. Okay. So I'm left with the wording in the middle that I'm not going to use. That'll be thrown away. And then I have 2 this size. Okay, since the bottom, for some reason the bottom square is a little bit of a smaller square, so I just cut that part off. And I'm going to cut off the white right above it so that it's just the color. So just like that. And then I'm only going to use 5 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to cut off the top one. There's wording there too, some letters and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off right where the white is right here. Okay, so that will be the base of our bookmark. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the other one to match just so that I have it done. Okay, so just like that. I'm gonna move my trash to the side. Okay, what I'm gonna do first is I actually already have my lettering that I'm gonna put on here. Now you could use a marker if you want to. You could use like a Sharpie like this. You could use stickers. For these, I wanted it to be really perfect looking, so I actually used my Cricut. I actually designed it myself using Procreate. Super simple, and then I went ahead and cut it out on the Cricut and it's ready to go. So let me get that. Okay, so here is my lettering. Now, I tried to space it out. I'm only gonna do it in the bottom 4. I'll show you why later. The top is actually gonna be where the tassel is gonna go. So I'm gonna do it like this. And this actually looks pretty centered. I was gonna say if they're not centered, I tried to space them out. These specific, these are PP&G paint samples, and it's basically 1 1/4 inches, so 1.25 inches in between the center of each color block. And so I made mine basically even 1.25 wide and then 1.25 inches apart, if that makes sense. So if you measure each letter, each word should be about 1.25 inches wide, and then it's about 1 1/4 inch from the center of each word to the center of the next word. I hope that makes sense. So just if you're gonna design your own thing, if you want to do it different, obviously, as long as the words are the right size, you can do it however and cut it apart. I was just going to do one easy go and do all the letters at the same time. But you could cut them apart and do 1 word at a time if you wanted to. Okay, I have my transfer tape. I'm going to go ahead and peel it off like this. And then you are going to put it on the lettering. Now, I'm going to try and actually do it fairly straight if it's possible. I know it's very shadowy in here. I apologize. It's very cloudy outside today, and so I had to use all the overhead lights. I'm having a hard time getting it straight. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Then use your little scraper tool. And now you just peel the transfer tape off and it will take the letters with it. And for some reason, one of the letters doesn't come with it, just put it back down and scrape it again. Okay. Now once you put it on here, it's gonna be stuck. So you have to kind of line up. I might have to put my head in front of the camera for a second to be able to see what I'm doing. But you want the words to be each centered on here, and then go ahead and use a scraper one more time. This is pushing the letters onto the bookmark now. Now pull the transfer tape off and the letters will stay. Oh no, the E. It tore part of the end of my E off, so then just roll it back on. For some reason, I should have shown you. It tore part of the little E off that's really fragile and thin. If that happens, just roll the transfer tape back down and use the scraper again. Let's see if that did it. There, now it's stuck. I'll go a little bit slower to make sure. Okay. The transfer tape is reusable, so I always save it and we can use it again. Okay, but like I said, if you want to use a Sharpie, markers, something else like that, that's totally fine. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add an eyelet to the top, which is where the tassel is going to hang. I'm going to get my pencil and I'm going to kind of mark where the center of this is so that I can put the tassel in the center. So I'm going to count real quick. It is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22 16. So I'm going to count over 11, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you're just marking exactly where you want the eyelet. And then let's see, I have my eyelets right here. So we're gonna do this super colorful. I'm gonna use this yarn, it's like rainbow yarn for the tassel. And I have these really cute smiley face beads I'm gonna use. So I want to do something super colorful. Let me see. Might do that. Or is this a better color? There's also like this set, it's really cute. I'll link all the supplies I used as long as I can find everything. I will link them in the description below. These are really cute. I think I'm gonna use this little flower right here. I'm gonna close these. So like I said, I will link all of the supplies in the description below this video. That way, hopefully I can find everything. I think even this big bead set I got online. Okay, so I'm going to do the eyelet. If you haven't done the eyelet before, this is the Crocodile tool. It's really cool. I have another tutorial where I show me using it. So I'm going to punch a big hole. If you look, this up here slides to let you do eyelets. So first you punch a hole. So that's the hole punch. And then you slide it and it does the eyelet. Ooh, it's hard to do with one hand. Okay, so first I need to punch the hole for the eyelet. I'm just going to kind of line it up. It's going to be hard for you to see. But I'm gonna punch a hole like that. But I need to be able to look at it this way. I'm trying to make sure if I'm putting it exactly where I want it. Okay. Ta-da. So it made a hole and then the eyelet just goes right in there. So there you go, you can see it. So now it's sticking out the back. So now we need to slide this over on the top so that when I squeeze it, it'll smush the eyelet down. So you just put it like this. You put the flower side up for these and you just squeeze, and you're gonna squeeze real hard. Okay, so there you go. The back does this, it smushes it like that. Okay, there we go. So now the eyelet is in. So now we're gonna make our tassel. So I have this really fun yarn right here, if you can see it. I think I got it from Michael's, I'm not 100% sure. But I will, if I can find it, I will link it so that you have it. But it kind of changes colors as you go, and so I'm gonna make a tassel with it. So I'm gonna hold the yarn between my thumb and my hand and wrap it around my hand. And put the yarn on the ground. Okay, that's 16 times around. And I don't want it to be huge, so that looks plenty big enough to me. I'm gonna cut the end. Okay, so I have my yarn for my tassels is right there. I'm gonna use my ruler to go ahead and cut a piece that is 10 inches long. Okay, you're gonna stick this piece through the loops. So it will look like this. I'm gonna tie these ends up. If you wanna double knot it, you totally can. Okay, cut the ends off. Then you're gonna twist the knot into the center of this, so it's gonna be inside of the tassel. So like that. Okay, now we're gonna wrap the yarn around to make the little top part of the tassel. So to start with, I'm just gonna tie, leave a pretty long end. You want the end to be as long as the tassel. So I'm gonna pull it like this. I'm gonna tie a piece. I'm gonna tie it right like here. Let's see, about not quite a full inch, maybe like half an inch down. Tie it like that. Let's see. Okay, tie it real tight. I'm gonna tie a knot. Okay, and then we're gonna wrap around and go down. So I'm just taking the yarn, and this is what makes the little binding at the top of the tassel. So go down a bit. Okay, there we go. And you have the end right here. So I'm gonna bring it around and tie the binding off. All I'm doing is tying it to the end that we started with. So there's 2 ends to the binding. Tie it real tight. We're gonna tie 2 knots. Actually, 1 knot should do with that. Okay, if you can see, you can kind of roll the bottom piece of yarn over the knot to hide it. Perfect. Okay, so now there's our little tassel. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the ends of the tassel. If you can see where all the loops are, you just kind of cut through the loops. Cut the other ends off. Okay. And I'm gonna take it and cut evenly all the way across. Kind of got a little whopper jawed, hold on. Okay. So there we have our bookmark. Now we have our tassel. Okay, so I have these really cute smiley face beads right here and this huge rainbow selection of beads. So let's see, I think I might use either the blue smiley face or the yellow. Both are really cute. I kind of like how the blue looks actually. And then I can do a yellow bead on each side. And then maybe, let's see, I'm looking for a color that I really like. Maybe do orange, make it real bright and funky. I might do that color. This kind of pulls into the top color here, so I might do that. So I have my tassel right here in this big open loop. So you're gonna push the ends together and we're gonna stick this through the beads. So I'm just taking the tassel, the yarn is from sticking it through the beads. Sometimes it helps if you kind of twist the pieces together, makes them a little bit smaller. The smiley face is definitely gonna be the hardest thing to get it through. So I'm twisting a pretty big section of the yarn since there's 2 pieces, holding it, and then I don't have a needle that is the right size to take this yarn through there, or I would use it. Okay, so now you can see we have tassel, smiley face, and some beads. You're gonna stick the loop right here through the front of the eyelet, and then you're gonna open the loop. This is just like how you do luggage tags. Open the loop in the back and stick the tassel through it. And then pull it. So now you have, and it's cute because the beads kind of move along here and they're loose. And you have a super cute little bookmark. Okay guys, so that's it. That is how you make little paint sample bookmarks. Super quick and easy. It does not take long. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and make sure you subscribe for more videos. Bye!